post this video to show you why checking a timing belt can save you a whole lot of headache and a whole lot of frustration. This is an 04 Hyundai Santa Fe, 2.7 liter V6. Friend of mine, 220,000 kilometers. There's the motor. There's the work we've had into this already now. As you can see, water pump, time belt, everything has been removed. Kind of missed that video of the removal process, but 220,000 or 205,000, sorry, kilometers. Telling them for about 6 months that the timing belt should be done. Yeah, it's a big job, do timing belt, but what happened when the belt broke? These pistons came into contact right here, as you can see, right here, right there, and it's awful dirty motor anyway, but they come into contact with the valves. What did it do? Well, it bent 12 to 16 valves in the process. So now we need to get these heads either rebuilt, which is more money, on top of the $200 timing kit. All this removal had to take the heads off, which meant instead of just pulling the side off to remove the timing belt, we had to remove exhaust, everything, intake. As you can see, there's quite a bit to that. A lot easier to do a belt replacement. Yeah, it's a big process, but if you have a vehicle with a timing belt, they're only good till about 140 to 160,000 miles tops. That's pushing it. Look, you can see the pieces of the belt. I know where this vehicle come from. It sat by the ocean. She lived by the ocean. It sat in her yard for probably a year before this guy got it. While we were doing that, of course, we found that this control arm bushing is just obliterated, and in doing so, it pulled that seal back there on the end of that axle out of the transmission enough that it pissed all the fluid on the ground. He was complaining about hard shift and slip. It was running on no fluid. This guy's in his 60s. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. I traded him this for another vehicle, got him back on the road, and then my buddy needs this, so we're gonna see what it's gonna cost to put this back together. Nothing for labor. How much in parts? That's the question. But other than that, yeah, it's got a pretty crap-tastic paint job on it. Somebody's brushed, rolled, or painted the frickin' thing. But for the purpose, we don't need that. And again, 2.7 liter V6. We're probably gonna end up looking at putting the transmission in the thing. We'll get her running again, and then we'll go from there. We'll put some fluid in the transmission, I see someone's cut that sway bar link over there. Put a new filter and fluid in this. Make sure there's no more leaks. Get those control arms fixed. It looks like we're gonna need rotors for sure. It's been sitting here for, well, probably about 2 months now. So we'll probably fix her and get her running anyway, because really, and over it all, it's not in that bad a shape. And like I said, I do know where it come from, and I do know it was cared for. The only fact is she just didn't do that major repair. My buddy decided to keep driving it. We had to make a crank pulley tool and everything, like trying to cheap here as quick as easy as we can. Budget project. Don't really want to spend too much, so I'm gonna see what it costs to get the heads rebuilt versus junkyard heads. Junkyard heads might be a little cheaper, but if we go rebuilt, we know they're good. It'd be a shame, all this work. Like I say, you can see 2 hit there, 2 hit there. We follow to the back, there's 2 more, so that's 2, 4, 6, but I'm saying the whole line, that this type of engine is an interference engine. If your timing belt goes, those pistons will come in contact with the valves, no doubt about it. So it is much cheaper and much easier to replace your timing belt. It's a couple $100 for the kit. You gotta get somebody to do it. You know, cost you $400, $500 as of total breakdown of motor, exhaust, all back together just in labor. I'm gonna tell you, you know, $1,200, and I'm backyard here, man. I'm laying on the ground doing this. I'm not a shop, and you're not holding up my hoist for 4 days. Anyway, that's the video. You should replace your timing belt while you have a chance. Don't wait, or else your motor will look like this one.